And we are live. How's it going, everyone, in the Facebook and YouTube's worlds? It is your boy, the Josh, and your person, the Casey. We need some sick beats playing. Where's our music?
Sick beats.
There we go. Some lo-fi. Turn that down. Boom, boom. That's what I like to see. How to set the mood, you know? How to set the mood. What you drinking there?
This is a sparkling ice. It is orange mango.
Yum. They used to sell, so back when Dedicated Health was Terre Haute Fitness Center, they had a Pepsi vending machine. They had those in there all the time, and I used to buy them all the time.
They're very good.
They are super good. I like me some food, some sweet waters. Sweet waters.
Some bubbly waters.
Bring comments back up. Cool. Okay. So, for anyone who does not know, today's overarching topic will be how to stay healthy while you have a desk job, which is very important. But between now and then, it'll just be some random banter. You know, we'll give people a chance to join in. Did you talk to any of your peeps about this going on tonight? Like, give them some forewarning?
Oh, yes. I warned everyone in Intro to Strength this morning.
Good. Give them ample warning. Makes them be very afraid. I seen a post today that it's funny because Tori is the one who read it to me, but it was like, it's Autism Awareness Month, so be very aware. Autism can be anywhere or something like that. It could even be in your own house. Be very aware. We could be right behind you.
It could be above you.
Yeah, it's
or below you.
Anywhere. Literally anywhere. Let's see here. I got a list of announcements that I might as well throw at people's faces real quick. So, first things first. Next week, Saturday the 22nd, we'll be doing a Lifting Up Sullivan powerlifting meet. It will be unsanctioned. Casey will not be there, because they hate lifting things. And basically the donations will be a $10 of value donation. So you can either donate $10 or you can bring in canned goods or clothing or something that equals $10. You can obviously donate more if you want to. That's completely up to you. You do not have to donate just $10. We're not capping anyone. And you do not have to participate. So if you want to just donate because you're a good person, you want to help Sullivan recover after the drastic tornado incident, we're going to call it T-Day, if you will, then that would be pretty awesome. There is a link that I will be posting here now, actually. Currently doing it. Casey, tell a joke while I figure out how to post this link.
Well, not a joke, but I did do some research earlier, and as of the latest updated thing I saw, the biggest thing that they were still asking for is non-perishable items. So if you want to do a non-monetary donation, non-perishable food would be good, or new clothes with the tag still on them. So as far as the latest updates of what I've seen that they need the most of, that was it. So if you don't want to bring in money, you want to bring some sort of good, those would be the best things to bring.
Peanut butter is always a go-to. Every time there's some kind of these anything like these national disasters, peanut butter is always top of the list of things to bring in. So that's something that I would definitely recommend bringing in. And this is the link. It is available to you now. You can also see it in the event page in the DTF community group. So that's pretty cool. Did you see that? What was it? I had something that I wanted to tell that involved the Sullivan thing. What was it? Oh, the Humane Society. Humane Society, they're going to allow, so anyone who lost a cat or a beloved pet or something, they can come in and they can get a pet for free, fully vaccinated, everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Whenever they're ready. So there's no time limit on it, too. So basically, a year from now, if you lost your pet and you're finally ready to, fill that void that losing a pet makes, then you can go and basically adopt a new pet free of charge, which is really awesome.
That is excellent. I love that.
I thought that was really cool. I don't know about you, but I didn't even think about I thought about all the devastation that happened to like a lot of the people. I didn't even think about all the pets and stuff that probably.
I'm a weirdo, and like that's the first thing I think of when natural disasters happen. And I mean, but I'm also the person who like gives myself panic attacks thinking like at night when I'm trying to sleep about if the zombie apocalypse happens, like what am I going to do with my cats? So that's just how my brain works. That's probably not normal though. So
No, I get it. Like me and Tori, we've been talking for a while now how we need to make like an evacuation plan. Ever since the thing in Ohio happened, where the chemical spill, Tori's like,
Yeah.
we need an evacuation plan that we can get all 4 of our dogs, 2 cats, and a snake out of here. And I was like, I don't even know. Like, can you take a snake out? Like, is that a thing? Like, I don't know how this works. So
You just put it around like a necklace.
like a necklace. I don't know. I feel like they need like heat lamps and stuff. Like they need fancy stuff, and we don't have a lot of fancy stuff.
I mean, it's going to have to do what the humans do. It's got to either adapt to the situation or difficult choices have to be made.
I suppose so. I mean, I'm hoping for the adapt, if I'm being honest. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's see here. I have a list of things I want to cover. Oh, if you noticed, the community group is now called the DTF community group, not the dedicated fitness community group, not dedicated health community group anymore. So I want to kind of touch on that a little bit. So our goal as a community is to help everyone. We want to help our community live their best lives through fitness education support. And we didn't want to limit that to just members. So we changed the name of it because we didn't want you to think that you had to be a dedicated health member to be part of this group, to be part of this community group. You 100% don't. So anyone is welcome in this group. If you're interested in bettering your life or getting some knowledge or free recipes, workouts, anything along those lines, like this group's for you. So feel free to invite your friends and everything along those lines. So that's why we made that change. It's powered by Dedicated Health. Like obviously we're all part of Dedicated Health, but our goal isn't to be exclusive. We're not some kind of weird clique. So, do you got any fun updating news that's going on in your life? I know you just had a pretty traumatic event happen today.
It was tax day in the Oxendine household. And having a spouse that runs a very successful business. I feel like they don't teach you enough in school about a lot of things, but also like, hey, if you want to run your own business, like here's what the tax situation is going to be like, because it's completely different from like having a salaried job. So
oh yeah,
everyone go read up on that if you don't know, because I didn't. But honestly, like really same old. I think we've been outside more than we've been inside at home, which is really, really nice. So I have a hammock now. I got my hammock set up. I can lay in my hammock.
Oh, nice. I bet that helps with your seasonal depression pretty well. Getting out there, getting some vitamin D's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, also, you asked me a question about... So, for everyone who doesn't know, we are partnered with a company called Prestige Labs, and they have a women's and men's multivitamin, right? And Casey realized that the women's multivitamin doesn't have vitamin D, which is something that a lot of people are lacking a lot of. And I found out why, actually. So, vitamin D in women, if taken in excess, can be a storage vitamin. So, taking too much vitamin D can actually make you store more fat cells or store more stuff into your fat cells. So, that's why they didn't include it in there. Because it's easier to, like, moderate your dosage if it's not part of, like, a multivitamin.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
So it's not that you shouldn't take vitamin D. You should take it. It's just you need to control.
Not in the form of a multivitamin. Just so I mean, like, is the recommendation just like if you're low, just to take like an actual just specifically vitamin D supplement, so you can control the dose. Okay,
exactly.
That is good to know. That is good to know, because I was a little surprised by that as well.
And it's something that like a lot of people they're low on it because they don't go outside enough. But
right.
I think the idea behind the multivitamin was it was supposed to be like for anyone, like it's supposed to be a general purpose. So they didn't want to give that and it be like someone didn't need it and it cause issues. So why. I learned a lesson. So, Prestige Labs, always looking out for you. On other news, how have your lifts been going? Do you feel super strong?
I do. I do feel super strong. Shout out to Mike Gugino.
He'd be the man. I actually just started a new program that I'm super excited about, but I think is actually going to be utter garbage, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. So I made it's the first week is 3 days a week. So it's legs, push, pull, really heavy, reps of 3. And then the next week is going to be 4 days a week, and it's going to be an upper lower split, but really high reps, like 20 reps.
Okay.
I think because they're opposing like workouts, that what's going to happen is I'm actually not going to make any progress, but we're going to find out. I'm testing it out to see what happens. So, in theory, this should be garbage.
I was going to say that really shouldn't technically work.
Yes, it should be really bad, but we'll find out.
Okay.
I'll have more to say on that on the next live. So, well, with that being said, looks like we have a couple of viewers now. So, are you feeling ready to move on to the main event?
Always.
Okay. So, just so everyone knows, during this particular section, we will not be answering questions, but feel free to ask as many questions as you want because we will catch them at the end. This is going to be where we record the YouTube content, so it will be as if we're not live, just so you know. So I'm going to go ahead and get into character. How's it going, everyone? Casey is joining me today, and we want to cover 3 tips on how you can stay healthy with a desk job. It's very important to stay active and stay healthy no matter what your employment is, but we do know sometimes if you're stuck in front of a computer, it can make things kind of difficult. So without further ado, Casey, take it away.
Hi, everyone. So as someone who has previously held a desk job for like the past 8 years, this is something that is near and dear to my heart because like I know how the sedentary lifestyle is. It sucks. A lot of people come in for their consultations and say, well, I'm not super active at work. I'm sitting at a desk all day. So it's like, I really feel like I can't, even if I'm doing things outside of work, I don't really feel like I'm living an active, healthy lifestyle when I'm sitting in a chair 8 hours a day. So when Josh asked me to talk about this, I kind of did some research, tried to find like, again, the biggest things that overarchingly, like these are the things that like everyone recommends. So the first thing I want to talk about is seating variations. I didn't want to just hone in on one specific thing. Seating variations is kind of more broad term because there's a lot that you can do with it. I think the standing desk has become like a way bigger advent in the last few years, I would say. And so for anyone who's not familiar, so a standing desk is something that you can like adjust to where you have the desk up at eye level. And so you can stand while you work, get that blood flowing. There are also like really fancy variations of standing desks. Like you can have a treadmill standing desk where you can walk on the treadmill and be working, or like a bike desk where you can be pedaling on a bike and have a little desk to do your work. When I
have the treadmill desk personally. Tori got it for me.
I mean, but here's the thing. If you got a DIY, like hack it, you can. Like at one of my old jobs, like I literally just stacked a bunch of books on top of each other and then put my laptop on top of it so I could stand and work at the same time. Like do what you can within your budget. But so standing instead of sitting the whole day, sitting on an exercise ball. I don't know if anyone's familiar with The Office. There was an episode where Dwight sat on an exercise ball and he was talking about how it helps increase his core strength. And he wasn't wrong. So you can sit on the exercise ball. So not only does that just keep your core more naturally engaged, like you have to work on being more engaged to sit on the exercise ball than you would just like a normal chair that doesn't move. I mean, people can even do like little stretches and movements on the exercise ball while they're working. Not only to kind of just help you like fidget, but again, get the blood flowing, increase your calorie burn throughout the day. Just don't be, if you know what I'm talking about, don't be the gym in the situation and take the scissors and puncture the exercise ball of your coworker. That would be mean. They also have like, they've gotten really fancy with this. I saw like little, like wobble balance boards that you can stand on while you're at your standing desk to further increase your like mobility and balance and calorie burn throughout the day. So if you want to get fancy with this, you absolutely can. You can buy a little balance board, stand at your standing desk and stand on your balance board and have to also balance yourself all day. So there are lots of different kinds of seating variations out there. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2, super basic, walking. So this doesn't, I think typically people think that just means like, oh, like I have to like go for a walk at lunch. But really, so if you're sitting at your desk for extended periods of time, like you shouldn't be waiting from like 8 to noon to go walk. Like, you know, get up and take just even like a short walk around your office or a lap around your office to get that blood flowing. So that way you're not sitting in a stationary position for 4 hours and then like trying to get in a walk and rush through eating your food at lunch. Like you can take little walks throughout the day to keep yourself moving without having to go for really long periods of time. Also walking meetings. Josh has us do walking meetings sometimes, and I very much enjoy those. When the weather's nice, you know, if you have a team meeting of some sorts going on, instead of doing it in an office room where you're all sitting, why not go outside and walk and talk? Again, that's weather depending. Like if you like live in Canada and it's December, like don't. But generally speaking, walking meetings can be a very good idea in the warmer months. And then of course, the lunchtime walk, always a great idea. And again, it doesn't have to be anything super strenuous. It's really just about getting your body moving and not hitting the end of your day and thinking, oh my God, I didn't move all day except to like move to the fridge in the break room and then back to my desk. It's really just about moving your body more throughout the day. And then the last thing I have is desk stretches. I believe I shared an article a while ago in the community group about stretches that you can do at your desk. There's a lot of them that you can do, really, if you think about it. And again, it doesn't have to be anything major. Like you don't have to go through like a full Pilates routine in your chair. But you can do little stretches here and there. A lot of people who work desk jobs, not only do they have trouble just like feeling like they're not active enough, they're complaining of poor posture in their neck, in their back, in their upper back, in their lower back, in their hips. So this is a really good way to address some of those postural issues as well, and decreasing any kind of like tightness, achy, soreness, stiffness that you might feel in your body. So there are a lot of different things you can do. Again, simple Google search will pull up like hundreds of articles on like, look at these desk stretches. And again, I know I shared an article a while ago, so that information is readily available. So those are all my 3 tips for staying healthy and fit with a desk job.
I absolutely love those. And I want to give a couple bonus ones if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
So, I've been doing a lot of research on this, and I as a coach work a lot with entrepreneurs. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to spend a lot of time in front of a computer. It just comes along with the territory. So I have a couple that I want to give out that are pretty quick and simple. One of the most important ones is monitor placement. If you're going to be looking at your computer monitor a lot, it's very important that you have it elevated and it's at eye level. You don't want it to be in a situation where you have to look down at it, because being in this situation where you're looking down constantly is actually going to hurt you in 2 ways. One, it's been scientifically proven to make you more depressed. So mentally, it's actually the act of looking down will make you more depressed. 2, it will absolutely destroy your posture because it's going to tighten all of these muscles and stretch all of those muscles out. So not only are you actively making yourself more depressed, but you're going to further your body's desire to look down all the time, which will then further that whole cycle. So definitely raise your monitor up. You can do this multiple different ways. You can buy a monitor stand. You can buy you could put your monitor on a book if you wanted to, something to raise it up. Anything to get it up to eye level is absolutely key. The other thing that I wanted to add in is having a water bottle at your desk at all times. Again, this is a twofer because one, staying hydrated is obviously very important. So if you make it part of your daily routine where you're constantly getting a drink of water, you're also going to have to go to the bathroom more, which is going to force you to move more. So it's one of those weird situations where I know it's kind of annoying having to go pee all the time. But if you're properly hydrating yourself and you have a desk job, you're going to have to get up to go pee quite frequently. It might sound annoying, but
It's actually really good for your health. The last thing I want to add in is something that I recommend to all of my clients is setting a timer on their phone for 1 hour. So science have proven, I have no idea how they studied this, by the way, because I don't know how you could, is if you, for every consecutive hour that you spend sitting, it will actually take 3 minutes off your life, is so far the going theory. Don't ask me how they studied that, it's just what they say. So every hour on the dot, get up and do a stretch, which I'll make an article for you guys if you're interested that I'll send out some of the stretches that I recommend doing. But just every hour, timer goes off, you stand up, you do a quick stretch, you get back down, reset your timer, and get back to work. These are all going to be things that's going to force you to move and help you a lot, not just physically, but mentally. Because I'm sure, Casey, sitting down all day, I'm sure you can contest that, like, it plays a pretty negative role in your mental health, too, because it fatigues you so much.
Right. Well, and it's just that feel the icky feeling of like not moving, sitting in one place all day long and like not even doing anything fun, working. Ew.
100%. And this can apply to just about anything. So even luxury, like not luxury, recreational activities like video games and stuff along those lines. Like you can get the same like brain dead, lethargic, just down feeling just from sitting down all day in front of a computer monitor playing video games. I know I've personally done that before. I don't know if you've ever gamed long enough to feel that way, Casey, but I know I have for sure. So
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. Never happened, I promise. Or models. I have that issue with models quite a bit. So I just want to throw those in there. So real quick recap on yours. What were your 3 again, Casey?
So seating variations, walking, and stretches that you can do at your desk.
Perfect. And mine were making sure you have your water bottle, monitor position, and setting a timer on your phone to do stretches. I'm also going to throw one last thing out there, and this one is kind of subjective, but I strongly encourage you, if you work a desk job or you're at work at home, invest in a really high quality chair. I'm not one to talk. I still haven't done it myself, and they are expensive, but is it ergonomic? Is that how you pronounce it?
Ergonomic.
Ergonomic.
There's a G in it.
Ergonomic chairs can be lifesavers. Like it is very important. And we're talking about the rest of your life here. It's literally the longest thing you'll ever experience. So investing in something that's going to make that better and like less painful is worth it. So I strongly recommend that. That's pretty much my go-to on those things. So do you have anything else you'd like to cover on that, Casey?
When you were talking about setting a timer, it made me think of I think all the Apple Watch folks know if you sit for too long, your watch will go off and it will be like, it's time to stand up. So
stand up.
The Apple Watch is not lying to you. You really do need to stand up.
I didn't know it had that feature, but I'm so happy it does.
Yep.
Apple, as a greedy corporation as it is out there to try to help you at least a little bit.
At least a little bit, yeah.
I mean, I guess long term, if you're dead, you can't buy their products. So.
Exactly.
They need you to live to buy their products. So that was our tips on how to stay healthy with the desk job. Like I said, we will be giving you some documentation on some cool stretches you can do. And if you have any other questions, feel free to comment below and let me know if you want that PDF. I'll send it over to you. But until next time, stay dedicated. Okay, so that was the end of the YouTube portion. It doesn't look like we got any questions during this time. So is there anything else you want to cover in the live, Casey?
Nope, we went over everything I wanted to talk about.
I love your sense of humor too, Tammy. Very much.
I'm glad that she put her name on it, so we know.
Yes.
Because she knows that we just see Facebook user.
Yes. Don't forget, Tammy, you can go to that thing and get permission. Let me send the link over there. Let me do that now. If anyone watching this, if you see this at this point, I'm about to post a link on where you can give permission for us to see your names. It's very, very, very helpful to us to be able to see your names. Boop. And then copy, because not being able to see your names make me sad. Why? Oh no, I can hear myself. Shut up, me. Ugh, I hate hearing me. God, that guy's such a dick. Okay, there we go. Now I can't hear me. Whew, that was close. Okay, but with that being said, I will go ahead and let Casey get back to their family and enjoy this nice, lovely weather. Looks like we still got about 30 minutes of sunlight left, so maybe you get some more hammock time in.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Tune in next week for Shane Cheshire talking about youth